Kusuzangpula, and welcome to the third episode of the DSP Podcast. In the studio here today, I have four special guests. Dr. Tshering Cigay Dorji, DSP Steering Committee member, who is also currently serving as Commissioner in the Royal Civil Service Commission. Dr. Cigay has been leading the DSP's ICT domain. Casper, who also goes by Shenpen Rangdo, DSP trainer since 2022. We are also joined by Tashi Norbu and Pema Tshering, DSP ICT graduates. In our episode today, we have strived to bring a diversity of views and lived experiences of our trainers and our graduates, and I hope that you all enjoy our episode today. Welcome to the studio. So excited to have you all here with me today. Dr. Cigay, Casper, Pema, and Tashi. In the introduction of our podcast, we talk about how important it is for the DSP to aspire to bring out young people in Bhutan that are future ready, skilled, and resilient. Dr. Cigay, as the steering committee member who has been focusing on the ICT domain, how have you seen this objective being realized through the various programs in the ICT domain that have been offered by the DSP?
First of all, I would like to mention that the De-Suung Skilling Programme started with the royal vision of empowering our youth by giving them the skills to empower them to live a fulfilling life by getting jobs that they are interested in. So ICT sector is very important because currently, as the world changes very fast with the technologies, most of the jobs that become available, I think, are related to this sector. So, in the De-Suung Skilling Program, for the ICT sector, we have programs at three different levels. The first is more of a life skill. It's a digital literacy kind of program, which runs for about 1 month, and it's called the introduction. It's an ICT foundation course. Here they learn how to be safe online, or how to use some of the basic ICT tools like even Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, or how to search for information online and how to avoid being scammed, or how to be secure online. And at the next level, we have introduction to coding. Here, the trainees will get an understanding of what coding is and how computer programs work. So here they get to understand what kind of skills they need to be a programmer. So this course again will not lead to direct employment, but by taking this course, our youth can understand whether a job in programming is for them or not. So they get to test it out. Then at the third level, we have all these courses which give them the hard skills that can lead to their employment. For example, we have website development course, we have graphic design, animation, data science, cybersecurity, and various courses. As long as we get a good trainer, we don't limit the kind of courses that we offer at this level. For instance, we had Casper who did programming using C# for game development, and we will hear more from him later on. And on the whole, we have seen that the trainees have really benefited from these ICT programs. We have seen a number of trainees who have been able to get jobs in the ICT sector after going through these training programs. And I would also like to mention that around 2023 and even 2024, I did not come across a single ICT graduate. I'm talking about ICT graduate, not really talking about the De-Suung Skilling Programme graduate, but general ICT graduate who has been unemployed. That shows that there is a demand for ICT professionals. Even an ICT graduate who is mediocre has not had difficulty finding a job. So that shows that there is a lot of demand for ICT professionals. So I feel that the ICT program under the De-Suung Skilling Program is very important from that perspective, and we see that we have been able to make some impact in the lives of our youths through this program.
Yes. So I'm hearing that there are different levels to really induct a De-Sup, and I'm assuming that a lot of these De-Sups who join the program have absolutely no background in ICT or programming, and they're also given an opportunity to explore and say, if this is not for me, that's also fine. And this exploratory mindset is so important to enable young people to truly discover their passion. And
That's right.
Now I turn to Casper. You've been in Bhutan. Your journey with Bhutan starts in 2022 when you came in as a trainer. So tell us how that happened and how has it been so far? And of course, I'll touch a little bit more about your journey of setting up a actual company here. But how did it all begin for you?
So my journey actually starts in 2020 when I was planning to come as a tourist.
Mm-hmm.
But just 1 week before I was supposed to get on the plane, everything closed down.
Yes.
But I felt really called to come to Bhutan already in 2020, and I decided to wait. And every year I got into contact with my travel agency. It's like, oh, tourist, complicated. But then at the end of 21, she said there is a program that is initiated by His Majesty that focuses on creating skills, but also changing mindsets. And she gave me a big list of trainings, tofu making, carpentry, and all kinds of practical skills. But then it said game and app development. I said, well, I cannot make tofu, but I definitely know how to make games and apps. So I made a proposal and I sent it in, and it was well received. So I finally found my door to come to Bhutan in April 22, still in the quarantine time. So I was there with 4 trainers in Kichu, and we had our first experience of Bhutan. And from the moment I joined the course under Dr. Cigay, I found that I made the right choice. I think Bhutan has a lot of talent and great people. But as the one pillar of the program is change the mindset, I found some challenges there. And I think I like those challenges because I believe there's always things possible in life. And my mission became to make it possible for these youths to get gainful employment. So that's how I came to Bhutan.
Yes.
And that's where I came into contact with the De-Suung Skilling Program.
Right. And you started a company. It's
Yes.
called Green E-Integrated Pvt Limited.
Yes.
And our 2 guests here today are also employees. So
Yes.
I'll be speaking more to them, but tell us more about your company and particularly the principles on which it was built. And you employ all your De-Sup graduates.
Yes. Yeah. So after I did various trainings, I felt that it was a good opportunity for myself, but also for the youth to immediately follow up from the program into a company that is both very much traditional in Bhutan, meaning mindful living and with a lot of compassion and social responsibility, but also take the mindset of the modern world in terms of the IT domain and mix those two together, not just as an example, but also because I feel and I know from my 20 years of experience in the IT sector in various jobs that doing business mindfully is actually giving you the best success. All the clients that I have worked for always come back to me because of how we do the work, not just the work we do, but how we do the work. So with that in mind, and based on the vision of the DSP, and I believe also how the Gala for Mindfulness City is now being envisioned. I think Bhutan is the best country in the world to bring this IT vision to life. But it takes some believing and some courage.
Yes.
And that's also a reason why I set up this company with these wonderful people, because I found that I was the only one believing this was possible. It took a long time to convince the youth and others that this vision is not just a vision and a dream, it's a reality. So in our first course at Dr. Cigay, I will remember after 6 weeks, the trainees were already participating in a hackathon and came runner-up in that.
Yes.
Just to show how much can be done with the right mindset.
Right.
Skills and knowledge is online. In IT, we are the example of the modern way to do it. But even in other sectors, people look online how to make tofu. Now everybody makes tofu, right? So I said, let's make that company that example. And all the employees in the company are De-Suungs, not just from my training, but also from other trainings. So my vision is just to grow that.
Yes. And how big are you all? How many employees are there currently?
Including myself, we are 11 at the moment. So within 1 year, we grow to 11 people. And we're having international clients and showing our professional success. So we're very happy with where we are.
And finally, I turn to the two of you, Tashi and Pema. So Dr. Cigay and Casper were very, very excited to bring you onto the show because they look at you as an example of success stories. So I would like you to share a little bit about your background, before joining the De-Suung Skilling course. Did you ever think that you would end up in this sector? And what are you currently doing? What sort of projects are you working on? So maybe we can start with Pema first.
So regarding my educational background, I did my diploma from Delhi under multimedia. Then I did my 43rd batch this training. Then after that, I did some volunteer services. So from that volunteer services, I got an opportunity to get into the DSP. So from there, I did some. First day, I did the construction. It was basic construction management for the general service contractor. From there, I picked up some management skills. Then after that, after the pandemic, it was more like the graphic thing was like trending. So then I joined DSP in graphic to enhance my graphical skills. And from the graphical courses, we got opportunity to collaborate with some programmers to develop the game.
Okay.
And from there, our journey started.
I see. So you really took the long way, a bit of a winding way to get to the ICT courses. And since then, what are some of the skills that you've picked up?
So during the game development time, Casper sir introduced me to the agile, way of working with the agile methodology, which is like a modern way of working. So I was really into that method, and then with the help of sir, I gained some knowledge on how to manage the project.
I see. Yes. And Tashi, you studied physics. And how did you end up here? And what are some of the projects that you're working on? I know you wanted to talk about the project specifically, so tell us more.
So I always had an interested in programming, but in doing the programming thing. But the problem was I was never got into the right one that I wanted to do. So after my graduation, so I was just staying at home doing nothing. Then suddenly then I joined the De-Suung training. So then from there I did some volunteer work, and then I joined the DSP under Casper, under the guidance of Casper. So I was able to get into the programming world, and which was so excited for me. From that onwards, I had a mindset of like getting into the IT world, which was one of my childhood dreams. So from there, so I started to building up the mindset. So in the beginning, so I was not sure, I was not so confident, and I was always looking down on myself. But Casper sir was there. He guided me, and he made me believe that I can also perform international level work or development in programming. So that's how like slowly builds up my mindset.
Right.
So regarding our projects, so we were successful in publishing the first ever game from Bhutan. So it's in Steam and itch, and now we are now focusing on developing for the other platforms like mobile. And so we also did the 2 game jams, the international game jams. The first game jam that we did was hosted by one of the international YouTubers named Brecky. So in that game jam, so we built a game. Then the name of the game is De-Suung. So it's basically it's the tower defense game that we made within 1 week. And then in the second game jam, it's a global game jam. So we participate in that game jam, and we were able to come up with the game ideas, and we were successful in creating a game within 24 hours.
Right.
So
That's incredible. And how long since you started programming?
it's been like 1.5 years.
What, just a year and a half? How about you, Pema?
I already had some graphical background,
Yes.
but I couldn't really work on that.
Right.
But after the pandemic, I was like almost everything was digitalized. So from there, I picked up.
I see. And what I keep hearing from our conversation so far is mindset. And I want to take the time to explore that a bit more. To Dr. Cigay, what is the mindset that you want to cultivate through the ICT domain and the course offerings? I remember before we started recording, we were talking about how the entire basis of ICT in the world, how the internet started, is to do with collaboration and openness. So in terms of where we are culturally, where do you see us right now, and where would you like to see us going?
So when it comes to De-Suung Skilling Programme, so like Casper mentioned earlier, it's not just about providing hard skills, but it's also about bringing in that mindset shift, I think, which is very necessary if we have to compete in the globalized world. And today everything is so connected, and even talent is borderless. So our people here have to be able to compete with the talent outside of Bhutan. And one of the ways to achieve that mindset shift is by bringing in trainers from outside. So if we have only Bhutanese trainers, I think then maybe the Bhutanese trainers will be able to give some of these hard skills, but they may not be able to bring in that global perspective and the kind of experience that is necessary if you want to be at the global level. So when we talk about mindset shift, it is from simple things like being able to stand up and ask questions, or getting the importance of being punctual, and also the importance of getting things done in time. Sometimes these things are taken for granted. in the Bhutanese context. So, and also one of the other very important things is being able to learn by yourself, taking responsibility and taking responsibility for your own learning, which actually Casper and I tried to experiment once.
Yes.
It was the only program we did under DSP. We tried to do it with remote guidance, 1 month program, right, Casper? We tried to make the De-Suungs learn by themselves. So it can be many things, but it's starting from those simple things. In De-Suung Skilling Program, we have these values of lifelong learning,
Yes.
Attention to detail, time management, and integrity. So mindset change can be about those values as well, but with a perspective from a global trainer.
Right.
I think that really helps bring in that change, because even our trainees, I think sometimes they are more responsive to trainer from outside who guides them along those lines, because they know that he comes with a different experience of the world outside.
Right.
So yeah, when we talk about the mindset shift, it is about those things. So it's not only about giving the hard skills, but also bringing about those changes.
Yes.
And here, if I have the time, I will also give an example of De-Suung, who has been able to find his passion in the ICT sector. So there was this young guy, he's a recent pass out of the DSP training program. So he had started with the lowest level of the training program, the ICT foundation course. Then he went to ICT introduction to coding, and then he did website development. He did not take any other courses. I think from the beginning, I think his mind was set on ICT.
Right.
And after completing the website development course, he is currently gainfully employed in a company, domestic company in Thimphu, which is focused on website development.
Yes.
So it's always very heartening to see this kind of success stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think by bringing trainers from outside, we're trying to leverage on the different point of view and experiences that they bring to Bhutan and to the students. So Casper, how are you inspiring a mindset shift in your classroom? And I also understand that you've been able to really gain an appreciation for Bhutan, its culture. You're also taking Dzongkha classes, so that's very heartening. And I think with the company that you're trying to create, it also blends unique things about Bhutan, its culture, its values, but also inject a different energy into it based on your own experience as somebody who's worked in a very big corporation and as a consultant working in many different countries. So how is the classroom experience?
So I think my classroom experience in the DSP has been very great for me as a person, just to have the opportunity to interact with a different culture. That is also, I think, as I've come to know it, very close to my heart. And at the same time, I see similar challenges that are in the world, but the context of Bhutan, as Dr. Cigay already shared, is a little bit different, like asking questions, being assertive, and taking responsibility of your own development is the biggest challenge that I faced in the classroom. And how I approach that for the mindset change is to focus on, from the start, from day one, saying, I'm not here to teach you. If you're looking for a teacher that tells you which button to press, then this is not the training for you, because it's also not the vision of the program. The vision of the program is to become lifelong learners. And that doesn't happen with somebody taking your hands and putting it on the keyboard. That's not how it works. So, because as I experienced, people like Tashi and others in the company, they want to learn it, but they adopt an attitude based on education and some cultural things that is not so helpful to overcome these challenges, because as a nation, Bhutan can bring a lot to the world, but not if we're not talking about it, not being assertive about it, not showing what we can do. And that's not to say that we should be bragging, but it should also not mean that we should not talk about our success. And I think that mindset change has been in the classroom and now is in our company, Green E-Integrated. And I think our biggest success is that it resonates with the rest of the world, because everyone knows Bhutan from the traditional image, and this is a very positive image. And why not bring that into a business setting to create this benefit? So our international clients come to us because of what we do, but only because we're showing. And I think this is for the others, can be an example for those in Australia and others that might think it's not possible in Bhutan. I think these young men and women are the example. You can do it here. It needs a certain mindset, and I also understand the challenges. I've been long enough here to understand them. But try it. I think that's also what Dr. Cigay is highlighting, is take responsibility and do what you can.
So Tashi and Pema, personally, what are some of the biggest mindset shifts that you've experienced?
Regarding myself, like at first regarding the course, during the course time, I was like trying to go about. So after meeting Casper sir and all the guidance he gave us, so I had a shift in mind saying that it is possible to do work from Bhutan, and instead of going abroad and doing some other work, we can like do some remote work from here with the international clients. And that was the biggest mind shift for me. At the beginning of the course, I was already like trying to process to go abroad. But after meeting Casper sir during that course, I had a great mind shift where I felt that we can do some work from here remotely with the international clients, instead of going abroad and doing the work.
And I'm so glad that this happened for you. And how about yourself, Tashi?
Regarding me, so I always have that thought, like the skill that I have is not ready enough, or not like what markets needs. But that mindset was not right. So it was pretty like holding me down. So that was to improve, to proceed, we had to progress with what we have.
So putting yourself out there.
So that's how the shift of mindset that Casper helped me to.
I see. Well, I wish the three of you the very best of luck with your company. I hear that international clients are starting to pour in. And Dr. Cigay, thank you so much for being with us here and sharing a bit of the strategic overview of the ICT domain with the De-Suung Skilling Programme.
Thank you indeed.
Thank you.
Chachi shuge me